today. I haven't really been recording this morning. We had a couple of challenges right before we got here. So Socks the Shorty was running great last night. In some of the testing, the dual high pressure oil pump exploded. So sent shrapnel everywhere, and the primary H-pop blew apart as well. Good thing I had a spare with me. We hooked up the new spare pump this morning, got her running, and then we just started getting everything done through the challenge. The first challenge that we have been doing is the fuel mileage test. So where we go out on a specified course and go back to the fuel station and fill up to see how much we use. So the built C-Max has all of that. So we're just going to get some rollers of the truck now and we'll get back. Truck show. Put in your diesel lawnmower. So today's the day with the Pour Diesel Challenge at UCC. We got Socks the Shorty. Yesterday we got it running. We showed up literally with the truck not even running. The dual high pressure oil pump, as I said earlier, exploded. Is what it is. So, Socks is running. Right now we're working on the tune. Thank goodness for Miles sending me an early for church tune. I hope it don't blow it up, buddy. So he is tuning the engine and transmission with SCT, and then we're tuning the FICM with the HP tuners. So this thing is going to scream. Alright, so now we have Socks all tuned up. Let's give her a little test whirl, huh? Yeah. Really want to see how much boost we can make here loading it up and how quickly. That's amazing. This turbo is absolutely fantastic. That's cooling amazingly. Just built 30 PSI boost, just sitting here. Socks is now all ready to run down the drag strip. We got our battery tie down, so we got all our stickers on. We're ready to roll. Getting her to do pretty freaking well. I'm super excited to finally try it out. We got the tune all set up. I think it's right. Builds a heck of a lot of boost, so we'll give her all she's got. So the drag strip has gotten delayed, so we're going right onto the dyno. We're all ready and set. Got all the other guys out here. What the? Comic killer? Bastard! Literally has the comic killer on the back of his truck and the maple murderer. Man! So the first test run didn't really work out. The vanes in the turbo were opening up way too quickly, and so we would build 20 pounds of boost and then it would just stay there. So that's not what we want. We need to be going way over that. So I took my wastegate actuator apart. I had an 8 PSI spring in there. Guess that's not enough. So we went with a 22. So we're gonna put it back on the dyno and see how she does. So on the dyno we didn't do so well. I had issues with the way my turbo's been working. So we have a wastegate actuator right there, and I had too light of a spring to start with, went up one more, it worked way better, and so I went up another spring tension. I'm waiting on a different tune file to get this all really tuned up, and we'll try it again, and we'll see what happens. We made 571, which is nowhere near of what we're capable of, unfortunately, so it is what it is. It's just learning and figuring out how this turbo works and everything. It's working flawlessly. It's working like it should. Vanes open up, and it's just if they've opened up too much, then we build like no boost at all, which is crazy. So, but it builds boost incredibly quick. So now we are up at the track. Truck's completely untested. We got a spicy tune in it, and we're just gonna send it. So excited! This truck just runs phenomenally. So today is the last part of the Poor Diesel Challenge. Last night we were supposed to have a burnout competition. It didn't happen. We got rained out. Event stuff, what happened. So it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. I didn't really want to blow a tire out and destroy my nice short bed service bed here because they're hard to find. So today's event is kind of unique. It's a kind of like a Le Mans style event with a starting event. So the way they're setting it up is we're going to set up like 20 or 30 feet away. We're going to run to our trucks, see how quickly they start, and then drive 10 feet. So first person that completes that wins that challenge. And it's timed, and it's going to be interesting to see how it works. So everyone's getting lined up for the next challenge. So this is going to be, we're going to start here, run to our trucks, start them up, and then race to here. And whoever wins that, wins that. I guess this is a great test to see how our trucks are performing and how well we built them. So hopefully I can win this part. What happens when we don't get to do the burnout contest? Well, now we get to do a starting contest to test the trucks and see how well they start up and race to this line. We got all the guys set up in here, ready to test their trucks. You guys ready? Kind of. Oh, you guys are really not enthusiastic. Got Steve's Diesels, that one, my truck, we got that one, Ron, Shelby, Tyler, Mike, and that guy. Mark, sorry.
Yeah, Kermit. That one's shot. Full and shot.
No, so this is gonna be awesome. Super excited to see how we do in this one.
2, 1. Ron Maple's fast as fuck. Yeah, they're all in pretty evenly. Just go. They told her to stop at the gravel.
It stayed off though.
That's so fired. He was like,
I had no traction. It was just flying
got
off.
third.
Yeah.
That's good. Right away.
Y'all not there? All right, let's get this thing moving.
And that is the completion of the Poor Diesel Challenge. We had a hell of a time. The truck performed excellent, even though we got nearly dead last. We didn't get dead last. We got 9th.
Tom, I got you a wiener.
Oh, yay. I love wait a minute. Whoa. Whoa. No. Stocks performed exceptional. We have to work on the turbo for sure. It is working. It builds boost right at the low end like it's supposed to, but we are having a hard time controlling it at the top end. Either I'm going too little or too much, and it's just not breathing the way it should be. And but the injectors, phenomenal. Super impressed with how those work. And also, I want to thank all my sponsors: Fast Fuel System, Blessed Performance, Power Stroke Product, and Exotic. Thank you guys so much for helping off with this product, or this truck here. Fast has been excellent, keeping up with all the fuel that I use. And Blessed Performance gave me the regulator. The Exotic head studs have been holding up great. We got look at that. No head gasket issues with this thing yet. And this thing is phenomenal. I love this thing. So we are going to take Muffin, go hook up the trailer, load her up, and get her just ready to leave. But we're going to stay here and play around and just enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, man, check out this dope shit. Get
Today at the Poor Diesel Challenge 2025, we have Comet and his 6-liter. Tell us what you got done to this thing.
So yeah, it's just a bone stock bottom end 6-liter. We put exotic cheap head studs in it, and a big giant turbo from 14-liter Detroit.
Wow, that's a massive turbo. Still VGT?
Still VGT.
Wow. All right, what size injectors are you running?
I'm running my homemade 300, 100 injectors.
All right, so you got those big of injectors. What you run on the dyno?
571.
What's that?
571.
571. What about torque? Okay. We'll have to go back and find it.
Yeah. No, I've been fighting
and that's how the vanes are actuated? Or
Nope,
it's all
mechanically.
spring? Mechanically?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. That is
And
awesome.
also actuated by the drive pressure from the back of the turbo.
Okay, so I see this copper coil thing. Is that part of it?
Yep, that's to keep it cool so it's not melting my wastegate actuator.
All right then, yeah. Okay, so we have it. You'll go around and get it, but what was the inspiration behind this build? Because it's a normal truck, but then it's got a tiny little service body on it.
Oh yeah, so I got this service body like a year ago. It was like a little short service body, and I put it on another truck, and I just didn't like the way it looked. And then the Port Diesel Challenge came up. I'm like, I really want to build a shorty service truck because I've seen a lot of service truck or shorty trucks, but never a service one. So I was like, I want to build one. And you know, I work all the time, and I decided, like, heck, after this, I can use this as a work truck and get everything else fine-tuned with all I'm going to do with it.
So what do you do for work?
I'm a mechanic.
Okay, that makes sense.
I work on 6 liters.
Makes sense. What is your proudest pour moment? So what is the cheapest thing you were able to get away with?
Oh, the injectors.
Okay,
I'm
walk us
absolutely
through
amazed
that.
with how they work. I took a stock set of injectors, I bought a Chinese beaver lathe, and just went ham. I spent a couple days on just trying to find the measurements and stuff to figure out how to get the 300 cc's out of a stock injector. There was a lot of modifications that were needed in the barrel, the plungers, the springs, the collets, all those little things. And then the nozzles were simple. I just bought those off Redat. Luckily, you could buy those.
Awesome. So we talked about the dyno. What about the street drive? What did
Street
you do
drive
for
went
economy?
excellent for me because when I first showed up, this truck didn't even run. So originally I had a dual high pop system, which gives it more oil pressure to run the bigger injectors, and it exploded. And it set metal everywhere. So
You'll have that on them big jobs.
yeah, unfortunately. So the main high pop was toast, so I swapped a new one on. I had no tuning, nothing done to this thing, and literally as I got it done, we went on the drive. Wow. We got to the gas station and filled it up when I think I used 2.3 gallons or something like that, so like around 20 miles of the gallon, which was
That's
super
awesome.
impressive.
That's awesome for that big of a
everything
turbo,
I've done.
yeah. That's great.
I'm super happy with how it's been performing. There's a lot more in that turbo. I just got to get it fine-tuned to work properly. I think one of the main problems is when you start getting the high RPM, it just starts dumping the drive pressure because the vanes open up a little too much.
Yep.
Because it is a giant housing.
So still a little bit of kinks to work out.
Oh,
sounds
it's
like.
fine.
So with that being said, what's your plans for next year if you're going to compete in the Port Diesel Challenge?
Either keep using this truck and just get everything fine-tuned to make it a complete monster, or I might build another truck for next year.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
I'm excited.
Thanks, Comet.
Thank you for having me out.